Hello and welcome to the Extra Time Cricket Show. This is Suman Chakravorty on my left. We have Debasis Sen, famous cricket journalist. On my right, we have Debasis Dutta, another famous cricket journalist. Today, first of all, we'll be discussing about a matter which I think you all have already acquired of, in fact, in terms of the notion. It's Mohammad Azharuddin, former India captain, who has won the election over there in Hyderabad. And as a cricket administrator, my question would be to Mr. Debasis Dutta, how much influential he can be and how much successful he can be, do you think?
There are two different words. One is influential that you have mentioned, and I think he has already got a lot of sticks from a lot of many people for the reasons you know. I don't want to discuss this matter. First of all, congratulations, Azharuddin, and I know him since 1984, when he didn't play for India even. I saw him first time in a Dalit Trophy game. He got 100 at Jamadoba, a place called Jamadoba. After that, I met him again prior to India's visit to Pakistan. So there was a conditioning camp in Delhi, and the young, lanky cricketer, by the time we became intimacy was there, and lungi and half kurta was there, and he was staying in a hotel called on the Barakhamba Road in Delhi, just the opposite room, diagonal opposite was Sunil Gavaskar. Since I was going to Gavaskar's room every day, morning and evening and afternoon, so I saw him there, very quiet, very decent. And Mr. Gavaskar distributed each and every member of the team a pad or a gloves or a bat, something like that, because he was then the model of SG. But I did not see Azhar using those stuff in the practice session. So I quietly asked Sunny Bhai that, haven't you given anything to Azharuddin? No. I said, why? Because he's there only as a fielder. So I think you should give him something. He said, tell him tomorrow morning I will definitely organize something. He gave a pair of gloves, which I called Azhar from his room, and Mr. Gavaskar handed room. Hotel Hans was the name of the hotel, Hotel Hans at Barakhamba Road. It's still there. I think he was there on the 17th floor, 84, 17th floor, So that is the beginning. And 99 test matches he has played, and for unfortunate decision, he didn't do good things while he was there as a captain, and Indian team was let down, and after that Saurav Ganguly responsibility was to bring stabilization for the Indian team, and it did. And I still remember one more incident when Saurav Ganguly went to bat at Lord's in 1996, the test match. Well, nobody knew that whether Ganguly would be given a chance or not, whether Sidhu came back or not, whether Manjrekar was good enough or not, that history will tell. But Ganguly played that test match, and when he got 100, first test match, Indian team was keeping quiet. I called up Lord's. Mobile was not there with me, but I had to speak because the son of Bengal has got 100, who was tipped to be chucked out of the team, but the innings against Derbyshire helped him to get into the side, got 100. I think 131 was the score, and when I called up, Sandeep Patil was on the other side of the line. He said, "Hey, hello, ये हावड़ा ब्रिज का नाम बदल गया क्या?" It is a taunt, and I said, "Let him come back. We will definitely do that." After that, I found Inderjit Singh Bindra, another board official, was there inside the room, and he said, "Debu, I'll give Saurav." Then he started, Saurav, Debuda here. So I called him up, and then Saurav said that after he got 100, when he was coming back, and at Lord's, from the ground to the dressing room, you have to cross the long room, wooden floor, very prestigious, very aristocratic, and They don't even clap. Hold my cup, please. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
They do like this. No sound, only like this. So, and Azharuddin came down the staircase because he was a captain. And हाथ में जो घड़ी था, it was around 5 lakhs then. He immediately gave it to him, Saurabh Ganguly, and Saurabh still holds that. Has already kept it in his
Brilliant.
wardrobe. So the same, and you know, Saurabh became president एक दिन पहले, and next दिन उसका captain, Indian captain, has become president of Hyderabad Cricket Association. We'll be happy to have cricketers of the current generation because they know the pulse of the people, pulse of everything, and I can visualize the scene that, you know, Saurabh Ganguly is entering into the BCCI's AGM, Azharuddin is entering into museum. It's a good thing, along with Rupa, son of and daughter of N. Srinivasan. So it will be new faces, and you know, if they can. I was speaking to Azhar just for he said that my only ambition is to develop Hyderabad cricket, and my dream would be only cricket, cricket and cricket, nothing else. If that happens, if his other predecessors doesn't pinch him, he will definitely do something good for the cricket, because you know, he is agitated, he is burning, he wants to do something for the society. So now is a golden opportunity. Everybody makes mistakes, but whenever he gets another opportunity, if he, what should I say, if he forgets his past, he tries to improve himself as a nature, as a human being, I can tell hundreds of stories about Mohammad Azharuddin. You know, in 1990, the Indian team went to Harrods for shopping. Those days, they were traveling in a group. Nowadays, me and my wife will go. Ram and Ramu will go with his wife. So that is our me, as I chalta hai. So those days they went to Harrods, and उतना Harrods में बाद में बहुत दफे गया, बहुत बाद में गया, लेकिन that was the thing. And you know, while entering, we were all also there, and Kapil Dev was nurturing one shoe. It was very costly, so he kept it there, and it is something like L, you know. So when he was going out, the Darwan at the gate saluted Kapil Dev and said, "Sir, this is for you." He said, "No, I have not paid. This is not." But you know, Kapil Dev liked the shoe, and he bought it. This is for generous, that he will be able to show this gesture. That is Muhammad Azharuddin.
Brilliant. And I mean, you must have taught a lot over the years, and you must be having some memories with Muhammad Azharuddin as well.
I haven't got not many memories as Debuda, because Debuda has seen him grown as a cricketer, as a captain, and I have seen him getting along with him so closely. He loves him, Debuda, respects him. So the relationship between Debuda and Azharuddin has been something that we, the upcoming journalists or media guys, has to appreciate. I mean, those were the days. I mean, Debuda, let me tell our viewers one thing. This is one gentleman who has been covering cricket for last more than 30 years, and he is one man who is well respected, well recognized, not even amongst the Indian cricketers but all across the globe. So it's fortunate for us to have someone like Debuda seated alongside us.
Not at all, not at all. It's not 35 years, it's 39 years only. I haven't changed my job, and I'm going to retire soon from my newspaper, and I'm happy. And the next life also, if I get an opportunity, I would like to become a cricket writer, and if God allows me to work in Ajkal, I'll be very happy with the same boss, Dutta, who has given me the ladder, the opportunity to travel all over the world, and you know, I'm very fortunate to know them, to know the game, and it's a fantastic journey. I can only tell you that. Yes.
Well, I have a question to both of you. As you've just mentioned just a few minutes back that the likes of Saurav Ganguly, with the likes of Mohammad Azharuddin, Rupa, all are chipping in terms of the administration in cricket in India. That the former footballers become football administrators. The same trend has been happening to Indian cricket as well. Do you think this is a good feel in terms of the burning administrators who play the game by the core of their heart? Because this is something, because if the former cricketers become administrators, they can know the pulse of the game more than the other people.
Yes, that's the most important thing, to know the pulse. Means someone who has played the game will know the game. Am I right, Debuda?
No, but not everybody. Not everybody. I mean, administration is something which one needs to learn. I mean, I can tell you something about the final points of the game, or the. I mean, Saurav Ganguly will definitely try to tell you the nature of the wicket, or likewise in garments. Even it rains heavily, the match still be started. Why? Because he has bought that cover for all over the ground. Even in England also, we have lost many matches because the ground was not covered. But Saurav, using his intelligence, he immediately decided that the whole ground should be covered. So it was done immediately. So these are the points that a cricketer can help, but administration is something one has to learn, because there are many cricketers who became officials all over the world, but they could not do justice. I do not want to name them because they are all our respected cricketers.
Well, we had seen earlier that Anil Kumble, like cricketing legend, he also came into the administration in Karnataka.
They were in a group, Anil Kumble along with other cricketers, Sunil Joshi, Anil Kumble.
Yes.
But
Venkatesh Prasad. Yes. But they didn't continue.
Yeah. Okay.
So they didn't continue.
No,
so
they couldn't.
Yes.
I do not want to elaborate because they are all respected cricketers. Please.
Okay. So that is my point. In fact, there are a lot of former cricketers as well, like Sunil Gavaskar and all, who know the game, the thing which you just mentioned, that you need to know the administration before coming into the administration. So do you think cricketers like Kapil Dev and Sunil Gavaskar should also chip into the party?
Well, I already mentioned that Sunil Gavaskar should have become the president of India or the Prime Minister of India, because he's such an intelligent person. He knows, he has traveled all over the world, he knows everything under the world, he knows everything under the sun. If you ask him to say something about tomato, he can say hours after hours. So such a knowledgeable person. So he knows, and he knows how to control the game. Well, I think Supreme Court gave him the opportunity to become the chairman of IPL, and there was not a single controversy during his time. So that's what I'm saying, that not everybody can become a good administrator. So not everybody can become poet. Okay. कभी-कभी आ जाता है. इकबाल एक ही बनता है ना.
So I cannot resist coming back to the Mohammad Azharuddin saga. I cannot resist asking a lot of questions, because I heard that you know hundreds of stories from Mohammad Azharuddin and all.
Yes,
I think our viewers will also be enjoying it if you tell them a few.
I mean, he got 100 against South Africa at Eden Gardens. जो देख के बॉबी सिम्पसन ने बोला था, ऐसा इनिंग्स हमने कभी नहीं देखा. He was just hitting it like this. People say that in an Oriental style, I mean, from the off stump, he could hit it like table tennis grip, from mid wicket to mid on to squarish, mid on to square leg. So that is his ability. And he was comfortable against the pace bowling. He was murdering the spinners. So Azharuddin is different class. I mean, people can talk about VVS Lakshman, very close to him, but Azhar is slightly better in that category.
Even I was having a word with Lance Kruzner, the batting coach of the Proteas T20 squad, who just today was appointed the coach of the Afghanistan cricket team. He was telling me just a few days back in Bangalore that he got 100 against South Africa. That was Lance Kruzner's debut match.
And that is his last match
debut
also.
test match. And it was Azhar's last match. So, and Azhar just attacked, and means Lance Kruzner got 8 wickets in the second innings, but that couldn't stop Azhar just bulldozing him to all parts of the ground and getting to 100. Yeah. So this was Azhar. Means on his day, if he wasn't, it was a class act. Means you would pay money to watch him bat in the middle. Means he was such class. Means it was all artistic.
Absolutely, it's soothing to the eyes and refreshing.
He was one of the best fielders in the world.
Yes.
Even today, and he was practicing taking 100 catches. every practice session. 100 catches. Sab chala gaya. He was still standing and he was still taking catches, still taking catches, still taking catches. That was marvelous thing, and he was stylish also, and collar up when he was going like this, light back. He didn't use the heavier bat like the other many cricketers. He thought that जो क्या बोलेगा जो आर्टिस्ट का जो तुल्ली को क्या बोलता है हिंदी में
Painting stick.
जो पेंटिंग स्टिक है ना उसको जैसे लगाता था ऐसा करके कुछ भी. Then Redcar was brilliant, and I think he had a few words with Gundappa Vishwanath, because in our Jamana, in our time, Gundappa Vishwanath was the master batsman who was doing this leg cut. The ball is going like that, he was not watching, tush, and the ball runs towards the third man boundary. So that was Gundappa Vishwanath, and after that we have seen a similar glimpse in Azhar's batting.
And then later on in VVS Lakshman.
Yes, yeah. Because the current generation, they haven't seen Azharuddin, they haven't seen Gavaskar, they haven't seen Gundappa Vishwanath, so they really do not know. And many of us, many of the current generation boys are the fan of Rishabh Pant. I'm sorry, but they will definitely try to see, and I will request all of them to please go through the old videos in YouTube channel and try to see the difference of approaching, batting, the style, and the defense. If a lot of people have said, even Don Bradman, if you do not have a solid defense, you cannot become an attacking batsman. So defense is very important. The other day I was speaking to Greg Chappell. He was surprised that the bat and pad gap between of Cheteshwar Pujara was alarming. He said that he was doing like this very seriously, but there is a big gap. So one has to keep the bat close to the body, close to the pad, and you have to smell the ball, because if you smell the ball means your eye level is on the ball. Ball is here, you have to go there, you have to reach there. You can see, only then you can control that how to do about it, where to go, where to field the placing. So these are the major factors that is very, very important.
Yes, a question which automatically comes when it comes in terms of Mohammad Azharuddin, I'd be asking to both of you. If it's Mohammad Azharuddin, 1,000 questions would be coming like he traded with the country, he sold the country in some way or the other, and then he is coming to in the cricket administration once again. Do you think that a reputation cannot happen like that, because he has already done that in the past? What do you think all these questions must assemble?
It will assemble, but at the same time, benefit of doubt should be given to Azharuddin for the simple reason that he will always think that I could not play the 100 test match for that reason.
Yes.
And he was punished, he was cornered. Don't forget, he is coming from a real respectable family in Hyderabad. And if you see his handwriting, you will see that how educated he is. And he doesn't talk nonsense. One mistake, one big mistake, it has got different reason. It's a social reason, and a lot of people are involved to drag him there. I do not want to throw light on these issues, especially today, because today he has won. We must congratulate him, and we must say good luck, and we must try to stretch our helping hand towards him. If the cricket of Hyderabad become stronger, is good, because Emil Jaishima is coming from that state. Tiger Pataudi will also play. Basali Beg also is coming from that place. Then VVS Lakshman, Venkatapati Raju, Arshad Ayub, Shivlal Jadhav. A lot of players have come up. We would like to see that Hyderabad Gharana to enter into the Indian cricket team.
What do you think?
How do you see this move with Azhar now that he has won the elections in Hyderabad Cricket Association? Saurabh is reappointed as the president of CAB. Rupa Srinivasan from Gurunath from Tamil Nadu Cricket Association. Then you have Anurag Thakur, his son is also coming from Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association. So there will be quite a lot of new faces in the forthcoming AGM in Mumbai. So do you think a change, a transformation in the BCCI administration?
Change of faces definitely, but
Yeah.
whether the standard, whether the, I mean the modern generation, they are, Gen Y is very strong, they think much ahead of many other people, but whether they will try to concentrate to help to bring up the best of standards in their own respective states, that is very important. Whether they can do it, and you know, BCCI officials means snatching everything from the cricket. I mean, they have not plowed it back as much as they should have done it. Okay, there were a lot of cricketers who were traveling by train. Even today, there are many associations, they don't pay the cricketers, you know, best of food or other things. This should be stopped. And you know, Indian cricket is number one at the moment, physically, financially, mentally, trophy-wise. So they should be given the best, and I'm sure the new committee will try to you know, back the Indian team so that they can also start performing much better than 2018 or half of 2019.
Okay, shifting from this particular issue, we'll come to another issue. You know it pretty well what Yuvraj Singh said today, that there should be a split captaincy in Indian cricket as well to release some sort of a workload from Virat Kohli. Do you think the vision is correct?
It is his opinion, but I think the team members, BCCI, the current officials, they think one captain is good enough. Otherwise, they would have done the same thing. They would have done the same thing when the Indian women team had split captaincy. It is between Mithali Raj and Harmanpreet Kaur, but you know, they don't like it, and the question is whether Virat Kohli will like that or not, because he is the captain. If he feels comfortable in dealing with it, well, there was a time when he was not supposed to travel to West Indies, but suddenly he said, I am available to lead the team.
Yes.
So you know, so Rohit was ready to lead the side in the limited overs game in West Indies, but Virat made himself available. So these are the things that only tell that, you know, Virat is keen to lead the side. I do not want to disturb him, but you know what Yuvraj is saying, that is also true, that at the same time that, you know, if you can be relieved of captaincy, I mean, so that he can concentrate much more
On his
in batting in those gharana.
Because England, Australia, South Africa have all showed the way. Means having split captaincy.
Well, if you ask the Indian team, they will think that this is our gharana. They at least in a tour, they will say at least 51 times that, you know, let us concentrate in our way. We do not want to concentrate the strength and weaknesses of the other team. We would like to focus on our strength. So that's the way, that's the answer. But you know, it is a problem, and at the same time, since Virat Kohli is enjoying, we should not nurture this at all.
Absolutely. I mean, Mahi 7, he has also stated the same thing. I think Virat will never leave his captaincy, but he has given a new reason behind it. He said due to his ego and image.
I know, not at the moment. No, not. It is there everywhere. In your family also, it is there. Do you think that, you know, if a family has got four brothers are staying together? It's not done. It is there. The reflection of the society is also there. But at the moment, whatever Virat Kohli would like to do, the BCCI is following that. And neither you, nor me, nor Yuvraj Singh, nor Mr. Debasis cannot control anything.
Yes. Another question which comes in, I mean, it's being said that Rohit Sharma then can lead the Indian T20 side.
Yeah, simple as that. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. If Virat doesn't leave, then where is the opportunity is coming for Rohit Sharma to lead the side? Yes. Mr. Suman Chakravorty, you are trying to needle me, but I am bringing my back straight.
Do you think that Ravi Shastri will be backing Virat for this?
Yeah, he has already said, not only today, but for a long time. He has been saying that, you know, he's the best captain. When he's enjoying, so they are kamardari, they are
Do you think he's the best captain?
Hello, हम सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. Hello, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. हाँ. Next question, please.
Okay. Do you think Ravi Shastri is the best coach?
अरे क्या वही बोल रहा है सर. They have reached up to the semi-final. हाँ, hello. हाँ, सुना? Do you know that India has already played up to the semi-final? Very good manager, and he's trying to bring something. It will take some time. Maybe another 2 years, the team will be a very, very happy family. Even today, they are very happy family. Yeah.
In 2 years' time, they'll be happy family. That means
Happier.
Okay. So they are happy right now
They
as
are
well.
very happy.
Okay. So who is happier, Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma?
That whole team.
Okay.
The whole team. It is media who is spreading all these things. But team is very, very quiet. They are very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a few days back, there was a lot of speculations going on that a brawl happened between Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma.
It is the media
No, it
who
is-
are responsible. It is the
created by
media
media.
who are responsible. And
don't
if,
think so.
suppose if I fight with you and there is no video footage, no point in discussing that. मैंने सुमन को मारा, सुमन मेरे को मारा, वो हो नहीं सकता है. जो बात है on the table, let us discuss on that point. Kite fly करके कुछ
and
नहीं.
there have been even more ego problem during the time of Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev, and Debuda has been the witness. Means-
Yeah, it is true, but at the same time, nowadays, after 30 years, Mr. Gavaskar has made it a written statement that there was no dispute between them. So we reported very wrongly. I'm very sorry that there was no conflict between them. So
Maybe another 30 years from now we will see now all these reports about
And
that
even
rape
today they are
and-
saying, that they are एकदम भाई भाई. तो भाई भाई रहने दो, बस ठीक है. All the best. Please enjoy your cricket and win the matches for India. That's it.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I have a question directly to you. Had you been the selector of the coaching team in Indian cricket, would you have selected Ravi Shastri as the head coach? Why and why? Honest answer.
Because Virat Kohli wants him, the captain wants him. If I want to marry Rekha or Rohini, or it is between Rekha and me, or Rohini or me only. So if we are happy, who are you to poke your nose? I don't understand this. And
Okay.
why do you want to put it? I am the captain. I feel comfortable with Ravi Shastri's presence. That's it. The
Right.
matter ends here. No point in fighting. No point in adding fuel to the fire. It's absolutely quiet. And we will gain 60 plus 60, 120 points against South Africa in the test matches. फिर pile up करते जाओ, ठीक है? And after that, in the final, we will see 4 teams, definitely. New Zealand, England, Australia and India. तब तो होएगा. तुम अभी सब देश पॉइंट कमा रहा है, लेकिन अंत में क्या होगा वो बाद में देखा जाए. टेस्ट क्रिकेट का सेमीफाइनल में भी ये चारों कंट्री रहेगा बोल के हम सोच रहा है, उम्मीद कर रहा है.
Do you think that the test team of the Indian cricket team right now has the firepower to go the distance? Because we are giving a lot of chances to the youngsters like Hanuma Bihari and Mayank Agarwal.
Well, that's what I'm saying, that they are good side, but against top class side, I have my doubts. Like against Australia, in Australia, if Steve Smith and Warner plays, it will be difficult. I'm not saying that India will not win, but it will be a tough match, and and the coach believes that we can beat any team anywhere under the world. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, at the present moment, the form that Australia are in, it will be a different proposition altogether, because when India won in Australia just a few months back, that time both Warner and Smith were not there. Mitchell Stark was not also was not there, and Hazelwood was not in his prime form. So you take these 4 into account in the current form,
Pattinson.
and James Pattinson, the form he was in during the Ashes. It's altogether a different looking side, this Australian team, and it will be a different ball game altogether.
I have a question. I cannot resist asking this question to both of you. It's being said that Steve Smith, is giving glimpses of Sir Don Bradman of old, in fact.
Only glimpse.
Okay.
There is only one Bradman.
Yeah.
There is one and only. And he is on top. Rested down. Look, his average, Steve Smith's average is 40. And Sir Donald Bradman's average is 99.94, which means another 40. And another 40 means a good score of a good test batsman. Okay, so think about it. So 1 plus 1 करके भी वो बैट्समैन तक पहुंच नहीं जा सकता। ठीक है, उनको ऊपर रखो, बाकी हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। लेकिन कोई भी अच्छा खेलेगा तो यार सी क्या, अब ये बैट्समैन है क्या? नहीं, नहीं है, नहीं होगा।
Steve Smith. Extra time.